Picture this. You're cruising along, your favorite song is blasting, the sun is shining, and for a moment, everything feels perfect. The road ahead is clear, and you're in your own little world, maybe even singing along to the chorus. It's one of those rare, peaceful drives where you can almost forget about your worries. And then, bam! Out of nowhere, that little orange engine light flickers to life on your dashboard, instantly snapping you out of your daydream. Most of us react the same way. A groan, maybe a muttered complaint, and then we just keep driving. We get annoyed, but we shrug it off, hoping it'll just go away on its own. Why do we do this? Well, the car still seems to run perfectly fine, right? No strange noises, no smoke, no sudden breakdowns. So it's easy to convince ourselves it's not urgent. Life is hectic. Between work deadlines, family responsibilities, and the never-ending list of bills, who really has the time or energy to deal with a mysterious warning light? It always seems to happen at the worst possible moment, too, when you're already running late or juggling a million things at once. But here's the thing. Ignoring that light is a lot like ignoring a nagging toothache. Sure, you can pretend it's not there, but deep down, you know it's only going to get worse and probably more expensive the longer you wait. That little light isn't just a nuisance. It's your car's way of waving a flag and saying, hey, something's not right, please pay attention. Sometimes the problem is laughably simple, like a loose gas cap that just needs a quick twist. It's an easy fix that takes seconds, but you'd never know unless you checked. Other times, though, that light is the first warning sign of a much bigger issue brewing under the hood. It could be something that, if caught early, is a quick fix, but if ignored, could lead to a costly breakdown. We avoid dealing with it because we're afraid of what the mechanic might find, afraid of a huge repair bill, or just afraid of the unknown. It's easier to hope for the best than to face a potential problem head-on. But here's a little secret. Sometimes the fix is surprisingly cheap and easy. It might be a quick sensor reset or a part that costs less than your morning coffee. The truth is, you won't know what's really going on until you take a few minutes to check. A simple diagnostic scan can reveal the issue in no time. That warning light is your car's only way to communicate with you before a small problem turns into a disaster. It's like an early alert system giving you a chance to act before things spiral out of control. Ignoring it is like putting tape over a smoke detector. The danger doesn't disappear, you're just choosing not to see it. The problem is still there, quietly getting worse. So don't gamble with your car's health or your wallet. Every time you ignore that light, you're taking a risk that could cost you big in the long run. That little light might seem annoying, but it could end up saving you thousands if you listen to what your car is trying to tell you. Next time it pops on, don't ignore it. Take action, and your future self and your wallet will thank you. So what does the check engine light actually mean? For many drivers, seeing that little orange or yellow icon pop up on the dashboard can be a source of instant anxiety. But before you panic, let's break down what's really happening when that light comes on. It's not a "your engine is about to explode" alert. In fact, most of the time it's not even a sign of immediate danger. The check engine light is simply your car's way of letting you know that something isn't quite right under the hood. It's your car's computer saying, something's off. Think of it as your vehicle's way of sending you a text message, an early warning system designed to catch problems before they become serious. Your car is packed with sensors, oxygen, temperature, airflow, and more, all reporting to the engine control unit, or ECU. These sensors constantly monitor how your engine is running, checking everything from how much air is coming in, to how hot things are getting, to how clean the exhaust is. When a sensor detects something abnormal, the ECU turns on the light and stores a trouble code. This code is like a clue, pointing to the system or component that needs attention. It could be something as simple as a loose gas cap, or something more complex like a misfiring cylinder. If the light is steady, it's a warning. Get it checked soon. You can usually keep driving, but don't ignore it for too long. A steady light means the issue isn't urgent, but it could get worse if left unchecked. If it's flashing, that's urgent. Pull over and turn off the engine. A flashing light usually means there's a serious problem, like a misfire that could damage your catalytic converter or other expensive parts. In this case, it's best to stop driving and get help right away. The light is just a messenger, not the problem itself. It's there to get your attention, not to tell you exactly what's wrong. That's why it's important not to panic, but also not to ignore it. To find out what's wrong, you need a code reader, cheap to buy, or free at many auto parts stores. These handy devices plug into your car's diagnostic port and read the trouble code stored by the ECU. Plug it in, get the code, and you'll know what needs fixing. Some codes are easy to interpret, while others might need a mechanic's expertise. Either way, you'll have a starting point for repairs. Sometimes it's minor, sometimes it's serious, but you won't know until you check. Don't ignore the message. Even a small issue can lead to bigger problems if left unresolved, so it's always better to be proactive. It's your car's way of starting a conversation. Don't leave it on read. By paying attention to the check engine light and responding promptly, you can keep your car running smoothly, avoid costly repairs, and drive with confidence knowing you're in tune with your vehicle. What happens if you keep driving with that light on? At first nothing seems wrong, but under the hood a small problem is growing. Take a faulty oxygen sensor. It messes up your air-fuel mix, so your car burns more gas. Suddenly you're filling up more often and wasting money. That extra fuel can foul your spark plugs, making your engine run rough. You might notice hesitation or a rough idle. It's a domino effect. One cheap part fails, then others follow. The longer you wait, the more parts get involved, and the more expensive it gets. All this could be avoided by checking the light early. A quick fix now saves you from a big headache later. Don't let a small issue snowball into a monster repair. Your wallet and your car will thank you. Fix it before it grows. Ignore that light for months, and you're in for a world of hurt. That bad oxygen sensor, it can destroy your catalytic converter, a repair that costs thousands. A clogged converter chokes your engine, killing power and efficiency. Keep ignoring it, and you risk damaging the engine itself. Pistons, rings, cylinder walls. Eventually, you could need a full engine rebuild or replacement, costing more than the car's worth. All from a problem that started with a cheap sensor. I see it all the time, cars ruined by neglect. Don't let your car become a cautionary tale. That light is a warning. Heed it before it's too late. Save your wallet from a nightmare. Let's take a look at how something as simple as a warning light can change the fate of your car and your wallet. These stories play out every day in repair shops across the country, and they all start with that little orange light on your dashboard. Picture this. A guy pulls into the shop, clearly anxious because his check engine light just popped on during his morning commute. He's worried it could be something major, maybe even the end for his car. The mechanic pops the hood, runs a quick scan, and then walks over to the gas cap. It's loose, barely hanging on. Sometimes the simplest things can trigger that dreaded light. With a few twists, 3 satisfying clicks, the cap is secure. The check engine light goes off, and just like that, the problem is solved. No parts, no labor, no bill. The customer leaves relieved and maybe a little embarrassed, but grateful it was nothing serious. But not every story ends so easily. There's another side to this coin, and it's a lot less pleasant. Take the case of a woman who noticed her check engine light, but decided to ignore it. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. An entire year passed with that warning glowing on her dash. Over time, her van started running rough. It struggled up hills, sputtered at stoplights, and lost power on the highway. She kept driving, hoping the problem would just go away. When she finally brought it in, the mechanic's scan revealed a misfire, just a bad ignition coil. It was a simple fix, about $60 in parts and a quick swap. But by waiting so long, the constant misfiring had done real damage. The catalytic converter was ruined, and the engine's head gasket had blown. What could have been a minor repair had snowballed into a disaster. Now, she was staring at a repair bill for $4,000, almost as much as the van was worth. All because a small warning was ignored for too long. In the end, she had no choice but to scrap her van. A year of hoping for the best had cost her the car entirely. The check engine light is a messenger. Sometimes it's warning you about a 5-second fix, like a loose cap. Other times, it's alerting you to a silent killer that can destroy your engine if left unchecked. The truth is, you can't tell just by looking at the light. That's why it's so important to get it checked as soon as it comes on. Small problems can grow into big, expensive disasters if you ignore them. What starts as a minor issue can quickly spiral out of control. Think about it like a fire alarm in your house. If it goes off, you don't just hope it'll stop. You find out what's wrong before things get worse. Your car deserves the same attention. When it asks for help, listen and act quickly. Ignoring warning signs is like gambling with your car's future, and the odds are never in your favor. Time is not on your side. The longer you wait, the more you risk, and the more expensive the outcome can be. So, don't put it off. Take action at the first sign of trouble, and you'll save yourself money, stress, and maybe even your car. Let's talk about being proactive, keeping your car healthy before problems start. High-quality additives can help your engine, transmission, and fuel system stay clean. Not all additives are created equal, some are junk, but some really work. Additives are concentrated chemicals you add to your car's fluids, fuel, oil, or transmission fluid. They clean, lubricate, or stabilize, depending on the type. Think of them as vitamins for your car. Fuel additives clean injectors and valves, restoring power and efficiency. Oil additives reduce friction and prevent sludge. Transmission additives help keep shifting smooth and prevent leaks. Used right, they can extend your car's life and performance. Don't wait for trouble. Additives are cheap insurance. A little prevention goes a long way. Take care of your car, and it'll take care of you. Fuel additives are the easiest way to start preventative maintenance. Gasoline has some detergents, but often not enough to keep things truly clean. A good fuel system cleaner, especially one with PEA, can dissolve deposits in injectors and valves. Clogged injectors mean wasted gas, lost power, and rough idling. Using a bottle every 3,000–5,000 miles is like a deep clean for your engine. Just pour it in before filling up, then drive as usual. It's simple, cheap, and can help you pass emissions tests and restore lost mileage. You don't need to use it every fill-up, just regularly. For a few bucks, you're protecting your engine from future problems. It's one of the smartest habits for car owners. Prevent problems before they start. Oil and transmission additives are lifesavers for older cars. As oil ages, it breaks down and sludge forms, starving your engine of lubrication. Oil additives can dissolve sludge, reduce friction, and condition seals to stop leaks. Some are engine flushes you use before an oil change, others go in with fresh oil. Transmission additives soften old seals, stop leaks, and help smooth shifting. They're not magic fixes for broken parts, but they can delay or prevent expensive repairs. Especially for high-mileage cars, additives can make a big difference. Always use products compatible with your fluids. A little bottle can save you a lot of money. Don't wait for a breakdown. Additives are easy, cheap protection. Keep your car running strong. Let's wrap it up. That check engine light isn't your enemy. It's your car's way of asking for help. Ignoring it is a gamble you'll almost always lose. Sometimes it's a loose cap. Sometimes it's a disaster in the making. Get the code red. It's quick, easy, and often free. Fix small problems before they become big ones. A healthy car is safer, cleaner, and cheaper to own. Be proactive. Use quality additives and do regular maintenance. Don't wait for trouble to find you. Smart owners listen to their cars and act early. Next time that light pops up, don't ignore it. Investigate. Take care of your car and it'll take care of you. Rev up your engines and drive smart.